Welcome back to another video, y'all. Today, we're gonna be playing, just talk about like what's going on, in the U.S. and stuff like that. Um, there's a lot going on, currently with the United States of America, and you know, it's like there's a lot to talk about. Let's just talk about the war with Iran for an example. There's a lot, okay? Like it's not as minuscule as people are trying to make it seem. People are trying to say that let's see, that it's not really worth it for what we were doing in Iran. But what people don't understand is that it was for a reason. It was for nuclear. We thought, you know, Iran was building nukes, and it kind of comes without explaining a little bit. But I'm gonna explain it in the best way I could possibly explain it. Um, just for this video, I'll use. Oh my God, no, I don't want to place Egypt. But just for this, I'm just gonna talk a lot about it and why we did what we did. Um, so there's a lot of things in this war that me personally I do not agree with. I don't agree with what we did in bombing the school. I don't believe that was right. I don't believe that we should have bombed the school. I mean, there's some things you could say like, oh well, there was this, this, and this. Okay, well, it might be a little bit more understandable for some people, but the fact that you bombed a children's school, it just kind of it's devastating, to be honest. Like, no, why? Like, I think the U.S. was devastated about it too. That's why they didn't want to take and like no accountability towards it. But it's honestly devastating that those 170 kids died just because we can't control where it lands. And it could be deliberate. Like, people are saying that it might be deliberate. And, it could be definitely deliberate. And now there's also the same with Homeland Security and ICE and everything else. ICE is just doing what they're supposed to be doing. If you have anything against it, don't blame ICE itself. Blame Trump if you really want to. Blame whatever the Republicans are doing, okay? But it doesn't mean that we go around and try going after these ICE agents when they're just doing their job, okay? It's like if we just went up and were like, yo, you McDonald's worker, you're doing your job, so, I'm just gonna go after you. Because you're not supposed to be flipping burgers. But it's true that this is not supposed to be happening. But do you think the people can do anything about it? That they need that job to survive, okay? And that's what people don't understand. Like, they are not doing it because they want to hurt people. They're doing it because they have to. And these people going after, the ICE agent saying, oh my God, it's all your fault. You're the one doing this. It's not entirely true. They're not the ones entirely doing all this. It has to basically do with all of the political situations that we have going on in our country. It's not all what people think it is. I mean, there's a lot of social media things, and there's a lot of political ideas being put into the ICE situation. And let me be honest, we shouldn't be doing this to to people. We shouldn't be killing people. That's true. But if you pose a threat to our national security, then that's obviously something that the U.S. has to deal with. Okay, like if you come in our country and you pose a threat towards our national security, then you can't be here. And that's what I think Trump was trying to do with, like, when he came back into office. It's not saying, oh, no one can be here. It's saying, oh, well, why are you gonna try to go after our cities? It's nothing against people coming to the U.S. We want people to come to the U.S. if they are legally allowed to be in the United States of America. We don't want people in the U.S. if they're gonna be here to, steal jobs, sell drugs, things like this, okay? And that's like what one of the major issues currently in the United States is. Well, we have all these drugs coming in. I'm sorry, we can't. really, if you guys want the drugs to stop flowing in, but you also don't want the illegal immigrants to get what they want, I'm sorry, you can't have both. It's one or the other with this situation. It's unfortunate, but it's very true. You can't have one or the other. I mean, you can't have both. You can only have one or the other. And it's sad, okay? Like, people are dying. It's a very sad thing. But at the same time, why would we want people in here that could affect everybody and how they live? You could be without a job just because someone wanted to come in the U.S. who wasn't supposed to be in here to begin with, and take everything from you. Like, that isn't fair to the American citizens. Like, that isn't fair at all to anybody. So why would we want to make our people, deal with all of this if it's easily avoidable? If you kind of get what I'm saying, it's very easily avoidable. Like, things like we can easily avoid what we are doing to ourselves. We can easily avoid the drugs coming into the U.S. Like, and that's what Trump wants to do, but not a lot of people are like understanding why. And that's a big question to ask. Like, if you are an American, why are you doing this? And that's what reporters are asking Trump. Like, why are you deciding that you get back from your presidency, you have two impeachments already, and you decide that you could go after all these people, you could try to kill these people, like, you have these people getting killed, these people are dying. Like, why are you doing what you are doing personally? Like, it's horrible, right? But at the same time, there's not a lot that can be done about it just because of the fact of, like, to be honest, it's not really all Trump doing it. It's also mostly the fact that there are people whispering in Trump's ear, this poses a national security threat. And it's not only Donald Trump doing it, it's just happening under the Republican Association, like the party. And I am a Republican, but in these kind of situations, it's also morals. And don't get me wrong, I think what we're doing is right, but we shouldn't be killing people who are already in detentions because that just makes what you guys are saying is right. It makes it seem 1,000 times worse. It makes it seem like what we are doing is for not like no reason. We are just killing these people because we have money. We could do it. You know what I mean? We could kill a bunch of these people and get away with it. And that's what I think ICE activists are trying to say. Like, hey, US, you think you could kill these people and get away with it. ICE, why are you doing this? But it's not all ICE doing it. But it's just because of how it's being thought of. It's just because of how it's being thought of. And it's just also because of how it's being administered. You're gonna sit here and tell me that you're not trying to do anything to these people. But at the same time, you're also going after all these people. You're making sure that they die. So I could see why ICE activists have these feelings. But at the same time, it's like, why? What we're doing is right, but we just can't be killing these people. And it's honestly one of the saddest things that we actually have in our country. Because you're killing these people. Like we did in Iran. We killed those children. And we decided that it was best not to admit that we killed those children. That is devastating. We should not be killing children in 2026. That is honestly one of the worst things I think personally that I have ever heard. Is us killing children because it could have been an overreach, it could have been an accident. But what we are overreaching, and it's not even really overreaching, it's what we all are trying to ignore. Okay? I think it's basically what everyone's saying, well, we're killing these people. And that's right, we're killing people. Okay? We are. But then everyone's like, well, we're also getting rid of this. There's many things to go, you know? There's many things we can go on here. We are making sure that these kids, we're like these kids are getting killed. Okay, but it's kind of sad. Okay, like I've never thought that it would come to such a devastating situation of what we have in the United States now. I think it's sad, and I don't know. I honestly wish that it would stop, but we can't do anything about it. Okay, it's up to the politicians in Congress to be like, okay, well, we're wrong. Everyone here was right. And to be honest, do you think these people are going to do it? I guarantee you they're not going to. It's because of how our country works. We're not going to sit here and be like, I'm sorry, we were wrong. We shouldn't have gone after these people. We shouldn't have killed these people. But you know what? We're still going to do it anyway. That's what they would say. We know it's wrong, but we're still going to do it. Because we don't care about what you guys think. We only care about money. And honestly, that's a very sad mindset to have, especially when you're leading a country that's supposed to be a democracy. And if you guys think this is all opinion, it isn't. It's based on my experiments and what I've seen that we have been doing in our country. It's devastating. We shouldn't be doing this to people. And to be honest, I don't know why we are doing this. Okay, if they're criminals, kick them out of the country. But if there's somebody, it might be a past, felon. But if they're not doing anything, if they're just here for freedom and they vouch to not do anything, then they should be allowed. Even put them under a thing of probation, and I think that's what happened. I think that'll be fine. Put them under a probationary period. That's what we have to do. And if we want our country to trust us once again, we have to do these things. Because right now, people don't trust us. People do not trust the United States. They think that we are trying to go after these people. No, we are doing it just because we can. And that's honestly devastating. You being a country, you being friends with people in other areas, and they're like, you just kill citizens. You just kill citizens. You just kill citizens. That's honestly sad. Like, especially if you don't believe in what they're doing. If you talk to someone online, they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are just people killers. You're immigrant killers. You aren't just because you live in the U.S. You're like this automatically." And it's honestly, it's a mix between devastating and confusing. Because you mean to tell me that we get to do all this, do these things to people, and it seems like we could just get away with it. And it honestly isn't that. It isn't. But if people want to make it seem like it is, if they want to make it seem like we can get away with it, I could kind of agree a little bit. Just on that front alone. Because, why? Um, yeah. You see, people are saying that Donald Trump is trying to be the next Adolf Hitler, take over basically the half of the whole world or something. Try to make the United States something. So, it is what it is. Can't really do anything about it. Whether you guys think he's Adolf Hitler or not, it's still a little different. I don't think Trump's trying to be a Adolf Hitler. I think he's trying to do what he's being advised to do, what he's being told, yeah, this is the best thing to do for our country. So you have to do it. And that's what I think is happening. Like I said, devastating. It is. But if we can't do anything about it, we can't do anything about it. We are U.S. citizens, and at the end of the day, what we do, it, we are here as U.S. citizens. We choose as citizens to live in the United States of America just because we can. And it is what it has to be. You can't expect to live somewhere and not be told what you are doing because of your country. Your country has a big effect on how you are viewed in today's society, where you live and everything. That's all changes how people view you. And unfortunately, with the U.S., it's kind of like the bad timing for the U.S. They have all these people hating on you. So, like I said, it's honestly devastating because people don't deserve this. They don't deserve to die. But in 2028, if we feel like what's going on is wrong and Trump can't run for another thing, I agree. He shouldn't be able to run for a next term. Third term. The Constitution clearly states that he can't run for another term. Then it will just end up being that maybe I don't think we're gonna have another Republican president for a minute because of the fact that no one even is happy with what happened. They're not gonna want someone who is Republican next. That's not gonna happen like that. And if you think it is, you're just plain wrong. Because it's not gonna be like that. No one's gonna want another Republican president. I don't even think some Republicans they're gonna take their 2028 as defeat. And they're gonna be like, whatever, can't do anything about it. And like I said, it's sad, but it is what it is. You can't do the same thing and expect different answers. You can't go ahead and be like, yeah, we're just gonna do this to people. Different answers. We're looking for a different answer this time. We're looking for a different answer this time. It's not how things work. As a U.S. citizen, it is kind of devastating to be alive during this time where we can just think that we could do these things because we want to, because we can. You know what I mean? So, if we decide that this is okay, then what else is okay? Where does the United States morals stand? Do we have morals that say, yeah, we could just do these to different countries just because we can? Which is kind of like what I'm doing in this game right here. If you guys don't know the game, it's called Control Europe, but it's the world map. I'm doing basically whatever I want to these people. I'm doing what I want because I can and how I can do it. And to be honest, well, I don't care. I'm taking these people out because I can. So battleships don't do as much as I can. I thought it would. I don't even know how to use battleships in this game. Oh, that's sad because I spent a lot of money. No, let's form an alliance with them. Be rejected. Uh, mm, it's a devastating time. It's a very devastating time for U.S. citizens because we're doing whatever we want. The politicians doing whatever they want, whenever they want it, how they want it. And as a citizen, you have to look at the politicians. when you see them running for these things. I wonder why. What's the purpose of electing you if you're not going to do anything good for us? If you're going to cause us to have to deal with a lot of these wars, things like that. But if you guys like these kind of videos, make sure you turn on the bell. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Alright, peace.